How's it going, folks? Welcome back to the DroneOn Show. I'm Mike.
This is Kaden
Jason.
Lamprecht.
Dennis.
All right. I'm real curious to get into this episode because you approached me, and I find it very intriguing what you asked me. You said, Mike, I'd love to be on your podcast and maybe talk more spiritual.
Yeah.
Guys, watch my content or have heard me this morning. I spoke and I mentioned the Lord's name.
Yeah.
And so I was like, yeah, let's go. So are you interviewing me or am I interviewing you?
I don't care either way.
Sweet.
Yeah.
What do you,
go back and forth.
Sweet. So do you use spray drones, I assume?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have a spray drone business?
Yes, we do. It's between me and my dad and my brother, and we've been doing it for 3 years now.
How old are you?
I'm 21.
Okay. All right.
So I was getting licensing while in high school.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Good for you.
Yep.
Your Part 107, did you do that in high school?
Yeah.
Because I guess some high schools allow you to get your Part 107.
Oh, no.
No.
No, not in my school. I did
Okay.
it all on my own.
Nice.
Yeah.
So why did you get into spray drones?
Honestly, I think actually the reason why we got into spray drones is because my dad farms, and we only farm about 800 acres. And at that time, it was around like 1,000 to 1,100. And we actually had the field and another field around our house that actually the rents kept getting raised. And we're told the rents were going to be outrageous, and we had to let it go. And honestly, we kept thinking you really want to farm the one right around your house.
Mm-hmm.
So my dad was really kind of really trying to make it work, make it pencil. It just wouldn't.
Yeah.
And my mom was like, you should pray about it. And so that night my dad prayed about it. And it was he had a dream when he woke up the next day, and it was a bear trap. And later we looked into that, and it means a sense of being trapped. And then after that, we were like, I think that means to let it go, since he prayed about it the night before, and kind of went full faith and trusted God that he would provide. And we got the opportunity with the drones that we were looking into for a while. And then just every door opened, it seemed, after that.
Awesome.
Just an amazing blessing.
That is awesome. Dude, if we're going to talk spiritual, it's like this whole thing about drone deer recovery and new ag. I mention it in the videos, but people, the core of our company has been exploded because we have followed what the Lord has told us to do, and He has blessed us so much. He has blessed us so fast that a human couldn't do it.
Oh,
I'm just totally convinced that we would not be where we're at if we wouldn't have followed what He told us to do.
Yeah.
So to hear that, so you're obviously born again.
Yep.
How old were you when you accepted Christ?
Oh, I don't even remember the exact age. I think 13, old enough to make the decision. Actually, I was baptized when I was a baby, and then we kind of switched churches, and it kind of made my own decision to get rebaptized.
Cool.
So, yeah.
All right.
Kind of
Where are you guys from?
Western Iowa.
Okay.
Yeah, so we got perfect flats and then Los Hills.
Okay.
So we got the extremes.
What drones are you running?
We started with T30s, and then we kind of retired them. And then we ran 2 T50s this past year and 2 P150 Pros.
Okay.
Yeah.
How'd the pros hold up for you guys?
Not good at terrain following.
Okay.
Yeah, they were flatland only drones. They were fast and efficient, but
did they run every day? I've talked to XAG guys, and they told me that the P150 out of the gate had a lot of glitchy type stuff. Did yours have that?
Signal was an issue. I mean, the signal was very poor. But it was so fully kind of autonomous that it was all right.
Yeah.
And you still had the video feed at least, but you would lose signal quite often, sadly. Even though you'd still be visual line of sight and see everything, you just...
Yep.
How would you guys boundary your fields using the XAGs?
We had a M3M and Pix 4D.
Okay.
Yeah, and pre-mapped everything.
Wow.
So
nice.
that was my brother ran around and
nice.
Did that.
That's cool. Brother's sitting back here.
Yeah.
That
looks
was his
like
job.
he's younger than you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm thinking, wouldn't that be nice if you know the fields you're going to spray?
Yeah. For us, we don't have that luxury. Oftentimes we're called out, and that's the first time we see the field.
And that's we would pre-map while we haven't me and my dad were spraying our own crews because we have employees too.
Yeah.
So luckily we'd get called out and then, or told we can do this, and then we could get it mapped that same day or whenever. Yeah.
Nice. Do you have a spiritual question for me? I feel like you had approached me that you felt like the Lord told you, let's have this conversation.
How do you balance work with, your relationship with Jesus? Because obviously you're a super busy man. I know you stay super humble speaking at the conference here. It was like amazing just listening to you and the honesty and the humility of everything. And I just knew you were speaking the truth. But you have so much going on. How do you know, how do you balance it? Or do you struggle?
I want to be careful how I answer this, because if you're listening and you do what I do, doesn't necessarily mean that you should do what I do. I have a really good relationship with the Lord. I've asked myself that before in the past, like, am I working more than spending time with the Lord? I work a lot.
Yeah.
And the Lord has told me that he is okay with it, that I'm working a lot. I would like to spend more time with him.
Yeah.
Building what I'm building is allowing me to spend time with him whenever I want. So when I'm driving down the road, I will be having a conversation. Literally, I will literally just be talking to the Lord. And if you're not spiritual, you're going to be like, this guy is weird. But I will be in my truck driving and just thanking him for what he's given me and having a out loud conversation. He is not audibly talking to me, but in a visual, I can see him standing and having a conversation with me.
That's
For
cool.
some people, that might not, just doesn't make sense, right? But if I'm having a conversation, and I can literally see it now, that he is next to me in this picture, and he kind of like has his hand on my shoulder, and it's like, it's good. Like he's just saying that. So when I'm having a conversation with him while I'm driving, it literally is like I'm talking to you or Jay or Dennis.
Yeah.
So do I feel like I work too much? Not necessarily, but we've definitely talked about it.
Yeah.
I want to give him as much time as possible. But then, this is the part where it's like, when my flesh starts to think, Mike, are you really spending enough time with the Lord? I don't want to give too much thought. I want to give enough thought to it, but I don't want to give it too much, because I don't want it to be the enemy and then try to deceive me and say this. See, you're spending way too much time with your business. Do you even love the Lord?
Yeah.
Right. So it's a fine line of giving the enemy credit or looking to the Lord. So I know when it's flesh, and if the enemy is trying to get me to trip up. So I would say a long-winded answer, but
spiritual warfare.
Yeah, 100%. There it is. Yeah. You said it for me.
Yeah.
Spiritual warfare. There's always something that he will try to say, well, yeah, did he really mean that? Well, I'm not here to answer to you. I know my Father.
Yeah,
Yep.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Was there any sorry if I'm asking you so
No,
much.
dude.
I like learning from you, but was there a moment or multiple that, you felt like God pushed you in this direction to make it to where you are now?
100%. The Lord. So the story goes, I was an alcoholic, literally drinking. The vodka I would get was this tall. I don't know, is that a liter? But I was literally drinking like a half of that thing in one night.
Yeah.
And I got to, and I am, at that point, I am Christian. I am saved. This might be crazy to some people that are listening to this, but the Lord was not judging me based on what I was doing. I knew I probably shouldn't be doing this, but I also know that the Lord didn't turn away from me while I was doing that. But I felt bad about it.
Yeah.
I was like, I'm drinking and I'm putting this front on, and people didn't know. Jay, you didn't even know.
I didn't know. I work with him every day.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew he drank.
Yeah.
But did not know it was to that extent.
Yeah. So Jay was my business partner in Anywhere Tree Care prior to Drone Deer blowing up, and so what I did is, and how I got into that was not good, right? So I injured my back doing trees. I started drinking after we would get home from work, right? So we worked all day. We come back, the tree trucks get parked. We hang out for a little bit. And maybe we bought a 6-pack or a 12-pack on the way home, make a little ultra, and we had a little bit. Started drinking. I was like, holy moly, like that loosened me up. My back doesn't hurt as much. And so it just led to 1 drink, 2 drinks, 6 drinks, 12-pack. I could slam a 12-pack. Then I went to Twisted Tea because that had 5% alcohol. And finally, that wasn't enough. Then, this is where it gets weird. When I did this, I was like, I'm going to get vodka, but what strong liquor do I buy so people can't smell it? I literally Googled that.
Yeah.
Like, that's messed up. Like, I Googled what vodka can I buy so nobody knows? And so it said it's a clear vodka. And I got the cheap stuff because doggone, I was drinking too much of it. It was Smirnoff, and I think it was $22 a bottle. That's when I knew, doggone it, this dude's got a problem. And so not only would I take shots of vodka when I got home from work, I would start doing it in the morning before I went to work because it was just like a way to think that I'm like chilling myself.
Yeah.
But like I said, the Lord, he wasn't like, you better quit or you're going to hell. Like, no. Yeah. It was like, it's like your dad, you are his son, and he would feel so bad if you were doing that, but he would do anything to get you back.
Yeah.
Like, I would almost bet he would come to you and talk to you nicely.
Yeah.
Rather than talk to you, you know what you're doing. Like, no. That's the Lord. I'm telling you guys.
Yeah.
Like, I knew what I was doing. I knew I shouldn't have been doing that.
Yeah.
But, right? One night, I'm at my lowest point, and my buddy Jared called me, and he had just gone through something like this, and he's like, Mike, you got to start doing something that you like doing. And I started praying. I was like, Lord, I remember myself. I can see myself laying on the living room floor with my, at the time, like 1-year-old, Viviana. My wife was elsewhere, and I was on the phone. And I was like half drunk or maybe I was drunk, who knows. And I was like, what in the world am I doing? And right then it was like, okay, I have to quit this. Yeah. I have to find something that really gets me going because up to that point, our company had hit all our goals and it was just kind of stagnant. And we went through an audit. We had to pay an audit bill of $87,000 to the workman's comp. And it was just a lot of stress. And it was like, this is not fun anymore at that point. But I started praying to the Lord. And that's when this whole thing of using a thermal drone to help hunters recover lost deer came to me. I did not quit drinking right away. I did slow down, and this is bad. Me and my wife got into it. Something about, she was like, well, if it's that easy, then just quit. And I was trying to prove my point. Like, if I put my mind to something, I can do it. And so I quit for 2 weeks. Just so I proved my point. See, I can do it if I want to. But then I went right back to it with this, messed up. It's messed up. I'm not telling you guys to do this. Don't do this. But then, like, literally in July, when was the last time we had the fireworks? Do you remember that?
I would say
I've been 4 years.
22.
I was sober for 4 years now. I remember now.
So like 20. Yeah, 22.
Yeah, yep. So July 4th of 2022 was the last time I had a drink. And I was like, no more. I don't know if I answered your question. That long-winded. But
no, I
think
you did.
It just kind of sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah, but...
How do you think the Lord's using you now?
Oh, this brings up of why we are where we are.
Yeah.
I basically, once I said no more drinking, the Lord showed me this vision of drone deer recovery, and I was, whatever he said, that's what we're doing. And then it just led into the next thing, and that's why we're here. Okay, what was the next question?
How do you think he's using you now?
I don't think that people see this, but the amount of people's lives that have been changed since I've publicly shared my testimony on drone deer recovery, and it has 95,000 views of the story that I just told you. And the people that have walked through here and the people that have bought thermal drones from me, it has helped change their life financially and also spiritually. Maybe some folks believed, but didn't really do, like, maybe they didn't pray or they didn't go to church. I don't know if people actually go to church from seeing the content,
Yeah.
but I definitely have had a lot of people come up to me and say, like, I have more time spending with my family. I got in a new business. I really appreciate you sharing that spiritual testimony. I just did in Iowa, I was invited to go to a men's breakfast and share. I think it was like 250 men were there, and I shared my testimony, and it was this. It's like sharing our shortcomings and how we need to lean on the Lord and have Him lead our, direct us where we need to go.
Yeah.
And so I would say that's probably it.
Yeah.
Just sharing, just like we are now, having people just start talking like out loud to the Lord, like He actually cares. And so outside of that, I can't physically see what He's done for other people. But for me, like, it's been pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
What do you think, Jay?
Oh, no. That's a good interviewer. Yeah.
Yeah. No,
Good questions.
I love
you.
it.
Yeah.
It's like when it's good. It's kind of crazy because I thought about this. I've been thinking about this for 2 months that somebody might want to interview me, right? Like we have all these people on the podcast, and I love to hear your stories, right? Like you do spray drones, and it's so cool, and how much have you made, and where are you scaling? But there has been something coming up that, somebody is going to want to know my story deeper, just like yourself. Why do you find it intriguing?
I think I'm really careful on who I surround myself with. I'm very particular on friends. Not that I'll talk to anybody and love to hear people's stories and stuff, but I'm very particular on who I really want to take advice from and gain wisdom. And hearing your testimony on your YouTube channel kind of made
you've
me.
seen that one?
Yeah, I have.
Yeah.
And-
Okay. It's starting to make sense.
Yeah, and kind of you seem like a good one to take advice from. You built this from the ground up, similar to what I'm doing, and I feel like I can learn from you.
Yeah.
And-
So when you hear it such point blank coming from you, seeing you face to face and not through like a YouTube video, it does put pressure on me.
Yeah.
Because it's like you're a young guy, and I don't know. It's just something that's like, oh man, like you're right here.
So I have a question for you. So you kind of felt that calling that, okay, this is what I should do. This drone deer recovery inspires me, something that motivates you to get out there and somewhere you can put your focus on that will help get away from an addiction, right? There must have been times where you doubted that calling during those, like, man, are we doing the right thing? Or what was that experience like? Or was it not really much that?
Oh, yeah, all the time. It came
Okay.
up all the time. It was like, and honestly, like we've talked about it. Me and my wife have talked about it in the past. It's like, well, you're spending less time with your wife because you're working so much. Is this really what the Lord wanted you to do? And then there's times when it's really tough. Like we can't get product where we need to continue selling product because we've hired in a lot of people. And it's like, I know that the Lord wants us to do these things, but why is it so hard? Like if this is from the Lord, why is it hard? Well, then to me, it's just like I lean on Him more at that time. Hey, we need product. And will we not pray for these things?
100%, yeah,
We 100% have our Monday morning meetings. We will pray. Lord, we're struggling with product. Would you just lead us in the direction that we need to go? Help us make us those connections that these things start flowing again. Because it's not like it's a one-time deal for us. It's not like, oh, this is what He said, and it's just, blue skies and roses. So there's definitely been challenges. I question myself at times, but then I just have to lean back. I go back and say, and look, and be like, no, this was from the Lord. How can we figure out how to move forward? And the best way I know is put it on Him, Lord.
And I think that's why there is challenges. So you have to lean on the Lord to come through those challenges.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And do you find yourself looking back now sometimes and saying, oh man, when I was in that moment, it felt like I didn't know which direction to go or what was happening or am I on the right track? But looking back, you can see now, like they say hindsight is 20/20, but does it also give you a picture like, oh man, I see the way that the Lord has led me from where I was to where I am, and I learned so much from that? Or like you can see more after the fact that actually, yeah, we were totally on the right track, and it was just from that challenge we've learned that it's helped you grow.
Yep. So for me, I can definitely say that we can look back and the challenges that we've faced, like leaning on the Lord and then following those steps. And I will say, like, we ask the Lord what he wants us to do, right? And I want to go and do what the Lord wants us to do. But the Lord also wants what you want, right? So he wants us to be successful. He doesn't want us struggling. But there will be struggles. And so he then wants us to lean on him. I will definitely say that we have had challenges and then went down this decision that I believe this is what the Lord wants us to, and then look back later and like, oh yeah, totally, it totally worked out going this direction. I don't know that we've had that. Jay, do you know if we had that situation where it was like, okay, we got to go this way or this way, and then we went this way and then figured out, oh geez, we're on the wrong track, and then we retracted?
I mean, we have. Yeah, I feel like we have. Like in the beginning, like with the whole licensed operator thing, we went down that road and it just didn't work out. But I don't know. I don't know that it was something wrong.
Yeah, so for me, I don't feel like that was like a wrong decision.
Yeah.
Like I feel like it was something that we were trying and we quickly retracted. And like for that, again, this was about being good humans. We gave all that money back. We literally gave $100,000 back to each one of those licensed operators. And me and Kevin, like on the phone, this was prior to you coming on, I was like, we literally might go bankrupt. Yep. We have no money.
Yeah,
I was like, but I was like, it's worth it. It is worth it to give these guys money back and us not make it, rather than it is to pivot how we want to run this company and just keep their money. And so we made a decision. We're like, we're giving $100,000 back, and we might not make it from here.
Yeah. And you know what? I think all those people appreciate it. And the guy that was just sitting here before us, or before you, he was one of those guys.
Yeah, he was one of those guys.
Really good relationship with that guy.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always worth the short-term pain for situations like that.
Oh, sure. Yeah. Oh, it was brutal. But, yeah, totally.
Yeah, and I think if there wasn't any challenges, you wouldn't get better. I mean,
100%.
That's like if you pray to be more wise, he's going to give you challenges to overcome. If you pray to be stronger, he's going to give you, find more weaknesses in you and how to overcome it and have faith through it all.
I will say, one of my prayers almost every night, and again, I wouldn't have to say it every night because he knows what my prayer is, but is, Lord, show me what you want us to know and what you want us to do. Like, what do you want me to know? And then second is, what do you want me to do about it?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And I think that's kind of a misconception with Christianity, is the fact that if you give your life to Christ, it's going to be easy.
Oh.
And that is far from the truth. No. But it's going to be, if you stick with it, it'll be a life worth living.
Oh, 100%. Yeah, 100%. It's definitely not easy, but there's some power that comes with being a Christian. Like, if there's negative things that come up, you have the authority in the name of Jesus to rebuke that stuff.
Yeah.
That's the way I believe. It takes a little bit of time to get to that point. But if you know what the Lord told us, he said we can do everything he did and more. And so he rebuked demons. He healed the sick. He did that stuff. And if we believe in that, we can do the same. So if we're having a bad, whatever it might be, say you're dealing with pornography or something, like you can pray and demand that to leave and not tempt you and not do that, whatever it might be doing to you, in the name of Jesus. Yeah. So, wow, we're getting deep. There's going to be some guys that are going to be. I love it, though.
Hey, I gotta say, your dad, obviously, or your mom and dad.
Yeah.
Congratulations, like,
to them.
I hope my kids grow up to be like you.
I appreciate that. Yeah. And
that's impressive. You're just a young fella, and I'm impressed.
Yeah.
Very good family and a very good church, and
Any other ones?
Not yet. I'll come up with another one. Just wait.
Dennis had some good ones there.
No, I find it very interesting. And for myself, I mean, it's like there's so many times in my life to where I've had a long life already.
Compared to me. He's 42.
Oh man, I tell you what, it's funny, but. But there's so many times where you're going through something tough, or you're like, man, I thought I'd be further ahead in life by this point, or whatever. But so many times I've looked back and I'm like, oh man, if I would not have gone through that, or if I would have, if I would have just had skyrockets financial success out of my 20s, man, would I be an arrogant, cocky guy?
Yeah.
Like I'm like, I need it to be humbled. And I probably still need it like every day. But I tell you what, looking back so many times, I look back and I'm like, oh, that really sucked. But I'm glad it happened. Like I wouldn't be the person I am today if I wouldn't have had that experience. And I really like the value of, I guess, going through some of those experiences is. Like, it's always good. And, it's just sometimes when you're in it, it can feel like, what is happening? Or
honestly,
am I on the right
you
track?
bring that up and makes me think of my drinking. It's like, I would never want to do it again. But, it built me.
Yeah, it made you who you are today.
Right? Like, so.
He's not recommending that.
No, I'm not recommending to be an alcoholic, but I wouldn't change it. It got me to my lowest point that I was in my life, and dude, I could have literally died. Like, it was that close. Like, people die from vodka because of alcohol poisoning. There's times that I had so much I literally don't even remember. It was so weird, and so I'm just thankful that I didn't die. What a shame that would have been. We wouldn't be here right now talking about this.
You want to have a whole audience listening.
Yeah, Jay would probably be cutting trees.
Probably, doggone, man.
By yourself.
Yeah.
And I think example of that would be I used to do bodybuilding a while back, and I was training all the time, and I started to become more cocky, started to think more highly of myself, and I think I ended up breaking my neck in a dirt biking accident.
Oh, wow.
And basically lost all my muscle and everything, and that set me back. But I think it was because I was becoming that way, and God didn't want me to be like that in the future. And I think He used that moment to shape me.
Okay. I think it's okay that you look at it that way, but I would look at it slightly different.
But I mean, he may not cause that, but
no.
But he used
it's
me
okay.
through it,
Okay, it's okay that you look at it this way. I would look at it this way. Like, I think that the Lord would have still gotten to you in some other way. And the reason I say this is because I don't believe that the Lord ever wants you to suffer.
I agree with
not
that,
not even to get you back to Him. He would not want you to break your back or your neck and to just get it back. I think it was a way that the enemy was trying to steal your joy. But I think it's okay that you look at it that way because He used it for good.
Yeah.
It's just so hard for me to believe that bad things happen from the Lord.
No, that's very true. I'd misword that. I kind of more meant it like that. I kind of worded that wrong. But that is, Lord doesn't want you to suffer. But He uses what you have in your life for His good.
Oh, yeah. He uses bad situations
That would be,
to
He
get good
that would be the
outcomes.
better way to word
100%.
it.
He will come up with a good outcome of a
100%.
99% situation.
Yes, that's
100%.
That's
Like
what
my
I-
little brother, well, he's 20 now, or 21. He was burnt. 95% of his body, third-degree burns. Almost died. He was in the hospital for about 7 months. And horrible situation. Like, God didn't make that happen.
No.
But my point to it is, like, since that has happened, my mom has helped countless people.
Yeah.
Like, she's learned so much about the whole burn process that she's helped literally hundreds of people, hundreds of little kids that have gotten burnt, get their life back.
Yeah.
Like, my little brother, he's almost 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, I'd say he's 100%. Like, he can go to work. He can do anything that he wants to do. But, yeah, he used a bad situation and brought a lot of good out of it.
Yeah. That was a crazy day. He was put diesel fuel in a jug, and you're gonna think it's gas, but something about the fumes or something. He put it on a campfire,
Yeah.
and it just erupted and it just engulfed him in flames. It's like, how in the world does that even happen?
There was like almost nothing in the jug, and he was like shaking, and there was not even, I don't even think there was flame there. Like there was just coal there, and he was just shaking it on there, and he was 9 when he was doing it. And somehow it sparked, and it actually went up into the tank, and it blew up. And the little bit of diesel that was in the tank went over him.
And then it kept
burnt
burning.
all his clothes. Everywhere that there was clothing, burnt. I mean, it was third-degree burns all over his body. The only place it wasn't was his hands,
And the
left
bottom
side
of
of his
his
foot, or left side of his face, and the bottom of his feet.
Wow.
Crazy thing is, we're getting off subject, but crazy thing is, so he was a twin, and if he wouldn't have been a twin, he would have died because his twin actually ended up doing skin grafting. Like they took skin off of his twin and put it on him because he did not have enough skin to graft.
It had to be an identical twin.
Yep.
Like,
Wow.
so that's the crazy part. Some twins are not identical.
And that wouldn't have, he would not have accepted. Like, if I would have tried to do it, his body would have rejected my skin. Had to be an identical DNA for it to accept it.
Yeah.
And
That's
I
crazy.
think that was the first time in the U.S. that's ever been done.
Wow.
Huh.
Wow.
You want to hear the crazy part is his twin brother. Like, right? We talk about, is it Wayne? No, John. He was burnt, but
No, Jerry was burnt.
Jerry was burnt. John, they had to peel that off of him in surgery. Like, he had to willingly lay down, be like sliced open, and put it on his brother, and he had to do that twice.
It's like a cheese slicer kind of. Like,
Oh, man.
just sliced it off, like very, very thin, but brutal. And then he did it twice. So the first time he went in and did it, he was like, "Yeah, I'll do it. You know, it's probably not going to be that bad. I mean, you don't know what to expect necessarily, but I mean, he knew it was going to help save his brother. But the second time, like, he knew what was coming, and it was miserable. Like, he was brutal. Like, he was in a wheelchair for 2 weeks after the first.
Wow.
Yeah, brutal.
But then he willingly did it again.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Makes me crazy.
That is
Oh my God.
crazy.
But
Like,
they had no options. Like they were literally scalping him every 2 weeks because that was the only place they could get was the skin off his scalp. So they would scalp him, they would let it go for 2 weeks because it would regrow, and then they would scalp him again, and they'd put it here and there, and then the rest of it they got from his twin.
Wow.
Oh, and here I think I go through rough things. Jeez. Like, talk about making you feel like a wimp.
Yeah, it's crazy.
What about you guys? What made you come to Christ?
You first? No.
Yeah.
No, I grew up Amish, and I'm sure you heard that Mike did as well. And so we grew up in case you didn't know, most Amish are Christians. That's so terrible. I would say all of them at least profess to be, right? But so we did grow up in a Christian household, or I did, and so I would just say I had a little bit of a skewed perspective of what salvation is really all about. But as I got older, I did start asking a lot of questions in my teenage years. But really, I was like 21 years old before I really would say I accepted Christ and really started understanding the salvation. And then at 23, I was baptized at 23 years old. But yeah, I would say it was more of a gradual, like I kind of had an understanding, but still didn't really had too much of a works-based faith, I would say, like too much of that perspective until I did get a little bit older and started understanding more and reading the Bible more. And I recently saw a little clip on, I don't know, social media somewhere. It's like the guy said this was one of his favorite passages or messages from a pastor, and it was just a few minutes long, and it was about the guy on the cross that Christ saved, last minute. The one was like, cursing him or whatever, and taunting him almost, like, if you're God, why don't you get you off this cross and stuff. And the other one's like, no, we deserve this. This guy didn't even do anything. And just that, like, understanding that humility that guy had and the repentance that he was feeling, Christ says, you will be with me in paradise today. And it's like, isn't that kind of a crazy story? Like, he didn't get baptized. He didn't go to church every Sunday. He didn't do, no, that's not what it's about. It's about that repentance. And it was a great message. I'm sure I'm butchering, but go on.
No, you did
do
good.
a little research on your own.
You did great.
Anyway, take over. I'm sticking myself.
I don't know. So for myself, I would say, growing up, obviously we went to church, knew about God. Never really, I don't know, I wouldn't say I necessarily accepted him as a kid. When I was about, 18, 19 years old, I moved out of my mom and dad's house, moved into another house, and got into drugs. And we were doing, all kinds of bad stuff.
Tell them what it was. It might help the next guy.
Yeah, doing crack cocaine. Started off with marijuana. And in my opinion, people say marijuana is a gateway drug to the next thing. I don't believe that. I would say it may be a gateway because of the people that you hang out with. It's not necessarily that somebody's going to smoke marijuana and be like, oh, I want to go smoke crack. It's not. I don't think that way. But it's the people that you hang out with. And, got around the wrong group of people. And that's why, like you said earlier, you're really careful with who you hang out with. That is very important because you become who you hang out with. You just will. Yeah, and I got into drugs and was doing drugs and stuff, and I had a good job, and a lot of the people that were around me, and it was with basically me, my brother, and one of my friends lived there, and we were all into it. And so my brother was way worse than what I was into it, and I seen the road that he was going down, and I was on the same road, and basically, I did not want to go down that road. He got into it way worse than I did, and my job ended up taking me on. We went on stay away a lot, so I was not actually at the house the whole time or that much.
Yeah.
So when I was gone, I wouldn't do drugs. I was at work. I got away from it. And anybody that's ever done crack, it is legit. It is the hardest thing. And my personality, I've quit a lot of things over the past, 10, 15 years. That is by far the hardest thing I've ever had to quit. It was if you were around it, I don't know, it was super hard to not do it. You had to get away from it. But yeah, I was really, I would say I was pretty far down in the dumps, and basically I was praying to the Lord, help me stop, help me get out of this. And ended up, I was broke, didn't have any more money, I couldn't pay the rent. Ended up having to move back to my mom and dad's place. And honestly, that was the best case scenario that could have happened there, because I didn't have money to do drugs. I didn't have money to actually live there anymore. Ended up, moving back and being able to get away from that all. My brother, I feel like if God wouldn't have helped me out of that situation, I would be probably where my brother's at today. And he's in prison.
So when you went home, is that when you would say you became born again?
I would say no. It was before I actually moved back home. I was in bed, laying in bed one night, and just praying to God, help me, save me, get me out of this place. And I basically accepted God at that point, and thankfully, I was able to get out of it all. Yeah. My brother, and at that point, I was into it kind of deep, but my brother was. I didn't realize it, but my brother was in it way deeper than what I was. And honestly, after I left that whole situation, it was not that difficult for me to stop. I stopped. I did not hang out with those people anymore, and continued on with my life. My brother, on the other hand, he didn't stop. He's in prison today.
Yeah.
And he's been basically the past 10 years, he's been in and out of jail. So just for example, I guess. So basically, we were on the same track. I feel like God helped me get away from that all. And my brother kept on going down that road. He's in prison today, and I'm here, sitting here, part of New Way Ag, Drone Deer Recovery. And it's just amazing what we have. And there's no way that I would be here without God, for sure.
That's good. I don't think anybody else has ever heard Jay's story. Jay is obviously a business partner with Drone Deer Recovery, because we were partners in Anywhere Tree Care. As Drone Deer Recovery started taking off and we seen the growth potential of it, he was still doing Anywhere Tree Care, and I approached him to, hey Jay, quit that. Let's just do full-time drones. It took me a while to convince him that this is actually going to be a thing, but That's how he's
it
become.
It was hard because we had a really good business.
Yeah.
We were making good money, and without being in the industry of drones, it's hard to see it.
Yeah.
Like, it really is.
Yeah.
And until you get into it, it's like, oh my gosh, this is a no-brainer. Like, why wouldn't you do this? But before, it was like, man, I have something good. Why would I want to do that?
Yeah.
But like,
It was actually
a no-brainer.
when you're a good arborist, and we had all our equipment paid off and everything. It was like it's a cash cow. Like you just literally go out and you can crank and make $5,000 pretty easy in a day.
Yeah.
And so it's hard to give it up. Like we could have kept it, but it was just like this. Like it was obviously from the Lord, but it was like we can grow this thing.
Yeah.
So that's when he.
yeah,
came
I
on,
ended up getting baptized probably about a year later. So I didn't get baptized right away.
Gotcha.
But
Yeah. I don't think I've ever shared my salvation story of how I actually got saved. I feel like what's crazy is my whole family's Amish.
Yeah.
And I started dating a non-Amish girl, and it was one of the hardest things that I was doing at the time. My Amish family did not want me dating a non-Amish girl. I did not accept Christ up to that point, and we've been dating for a while. We dated for 2 years, and every night I would come home. And let me say, we are solid with my parents now. Okay, so what I'm about to share, this has all been taken care of with my parents. We're totally really really good. But at the time, my parents did not like that I was with Karen, my now wife, and every night that I would come home, they would give me a hard time, and I would come home late, and they would stay up late until I would come home. And so we broke up, and everything changed. Parents were super cool, and they're like, give me anything. And then I was like, I'm still missing something. And it was Karen, my wife. And I said, okay, I'm going back. 2 weeks later, we were dating again, and it all went back to how it was prior, and it wasn't good. And somewhere along the line there, I seen a Astro van. Do you know what that is?
Yeah, I've heard of it. Yeah.
So that's like a little minivan thing.
Yep.
That's like a box. I seen it next to a road, and I was like, I want a little minivan so I can go to work with a little minivan and pick up the people that I had to pick up to go to work. And so I stopped in there, and I'm looking at this minivan, and the guy just point blank, like, if you die today, do you know where you're going? I was like, I was like, well, I hope I go to heaven. He's like, did you know that you can go to heaven? Like today, if you drive down the road and you die, you know that you can go to heaven. And I was like, whoa, I don't think that that's how it works. According to the Amish, that's where I came from. We were taught hope. You do as good as you can, and you hope you make it to heaven. And so now this guy is telling me that I can know. And I'm like, I want to know.
Yeah, right?
Yeah, like, I want to know that if I'm driving and somebody smashes and kills me, that I'm going to heaven. He's like, well, if you ever want to accept Christ, let me know, and I'd be willing to, help you. I was like, okay, thank you very much. Went on my way, and it just kept bugging me. I was like, you're driving, and you know that he said you can know, but, you might die. And so one day I told Karen, I was like, I'm going to go over to this guy, and I'm going to accept Jesus. Like, I don't know how to do it. Didn't know. And I was so nervous because I knew my mom and dad did not want me to go with Karen to this place that I wouldn't tell them where I'm going. I feel so bad for my mom and dad now. But we left. We got there. I accepted Christ. It was so cool. But on the way home, I told Karen that this is not going to be good. When I come home, they're going to be waiting for me, and they're going to want to know what's up. And so I'm on this high, right? Like, I now know.
Yeah.
Doggone. At the moment, I was like, man, it'd be nice to, I just die, and I go to heaven.
Right.
Like, and I'm on the way home, and I was like, this is not going to be good. Got to the house, and I walked down the stairs, and I can totally remember it. I looked over, and my mom was on the chair, and she's like, where were you? I was like, Mom, you're not going to believe it, but Jesus forgave all my sins. And it was so weird. She just broke down and was so angry. She was so angry that I went to somebody else to accept Jesus. She couldn't understand why I didn't come to her or Dad. And I just didn't know. I didn't know we could do that.
Yeah.
Like, it wasn't talked about enough about the process, right? We grew up in what we would call a Christian home, an Amish home, but never to the point where we would talk about the Lord openly up to that point. And it just fell apart. It was like, geez, here I was high, and now it's like I was getting yelled at, and it's like, this is dumb. Like, I'm going to heaven.
Yeah.
And now you're like not happy.
Right.
It's like, what is going on? It was so bad that they got my brother-in-law that just became an Amish pastor to come up to talk to me. I was like, what are we going to talk about?
That's what you stand for.
I'm saved. Like,
Yeah.
so it was a little weird, but we're all good now.
Yeah.
So we talked about it, and it actually helped our family. My whole family, dude, we can talk spiritual things now.
That's awesome.
Yeah. It's like we can talk about whatever they want to talk about. But it was a little strange when it happened.
I can so 100% relate. Like, I mean, obviously not exactly the same situation, but yeah, also, you know, being scared to tell your parents you went to a church like, shouldn't happen, you know. But also that, you know, dealing with the fallout, I guess, but now having great relationships with my parents and my in-laws, like, couldn't be better.
Yeah.
Couldn't be better.
Yeah.
And I think they would agree that they have a very different perspective now than they did 20 years ago. Like
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Very, very
Yeah.
good
Yeah.
as far as family goes as well. And I have a lot of Amish brothers and sisters.
Yeah. And when we talk about Amish on this podcast, when, you know, Dennis is sharing about his family's Amish, my family's Amish, there's so many different types of
Yeah, oh my
Amish
God.
I've heard that.
some of them are never cool
Yeah.
with their
Yeah.
children later. But are your mom and dad, they're older like mine?
Yeah. Now,
Yeah.
they weren't growing up.
Okay, so my mom and dad, they would be Amish, what we would call them old order Amish. Yeah, so there's like, 14 probably different types.
Oh, there's probably
Way
more
more
than that.
than
There's probably
that.
like
Way
25.
That's more. There's, you guys. I bet you there's 100.
The old guy knows how
I
many.
bet you there's 100.
Are you serious?
Yes, I'm dead
Yeah,
serious.
well, I don't know.
Maybe not like right in the area we live, but if
Yeah.
you go across the
in,
country,
in our area, there's
it
like
is-
5 main ones.
And there's kind of a mains, and then there's a whole bunch of different ones in that main one
Yeah.
type of
Yeah.
thing. It's pretty nuts, but it's interesting. You know, I don't regret the way that I
no.
grew
Yeah.
up. You know,
No.
there's a lot of
Yeah.
Dude,
good
that's
principles
why we
and
have
values.
what we have. You have
100%.
work ethic like crazy. You know,
Yeah.
you're doing
It's-
late hours, and we
Yeah,
work hard.
We were
Yeah.
taught
It's-
very good principles. Yeah,
Yep.
for
Yeah.
sure.
And it's not like that. It's not like that for everybody. Like, I can't say that for my parents. Like, I never had. They were never mad at me that I wasn't Amish. Like, never had an issue.
Well, they weren't really mad at me that it was an Amish. They were just they.
And I also
it was
married a
upsetting.
girl that wasn't ever Amish.
Yeah, they were. It was upsetting to them that they probably didn't make it known to their children that they can come to them talking about spiritual things. But
Yeah, and it's what they were taught. It's not like, I mean, we can't judge them too much either because that is, I've always felt they were very sincere in their beliefs. Like, yeah, so anyway.
we didn't really talk much about your spray drone business. But
No, that's fine.
I didn't.
No, that's fine. I'd rather talk about this than anything to do with me.
How many drones do you guys fly?
We'll have 6 for this next year.
Wow, how many acres did you cover?
A little over 20,000.
Wow.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
How many guys?
5 to 6. But
Nice.
some of them were very few. Me and Dad did the brunt of it. Like,
Okay.
yeah, we were.
And is it mostly fungicide?
Yes. Well, we do a lot of specialty stuff too, but mostly fungicide on corn and beans.
Nice.
That's cool.
Yeah. And yeah, it's just a great opportunity for young farmers.
Oh, this is like the
100%.
best
'Cause-
thing that has come along for young farmers in
Yeah.
generations.
Because in our area, it's pretty tough. Like, cash rent's super high, and I really want to farm. And I'm kind of using this to get into the agricultural field to possibly one day we'll meet people and someday down the road maybe create relationships to where they'd be interested in letting me farm.
Yep.
That's good.
So,
Got something else for me?
no. You
That
got
was
something else
good.
for me?
No,
Yeah.
that's good. I love it. Dude, it's just so crazy that I thought something like this might be happening.
Yeah.
And then it was like, we got spiritual on the DroneOn Show.
And I just had a feeling when you were speaking in there. I was like, and it was like right after. I was like, I need to go talk to him.
I thought that I was a little all over the place, but I wouldn't wong it.
But you showed humility and honesty, and I think that's
What does when you say he showed humility? What does that mean?
Like you weren't trying to.
You didn't bullshit people.
Yeah.
Like the one guy asked, "How did you? You didn't know about chemicals. What did you do?"
Yeah.
Or
like starting out, you're like, I know nothing.
Yeah.
And I went to people to teach me.
Okay.
That's showing humility.
Okay.
Don't go too much further. He might become proud of it. It's always so hard, you know.
No, that's good.
How many siblings do you have?
Siblings, 3.
3.
Yep.
So.
And 2 sisters, younger.
Okay. Nice.
Yep.
This is good.
Yeah.
So you're the oldest?
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice.
I'm excited to see what the Lord's going to do with you and your family and see how things work out. Because it's like when you openly share, I almost feel like it doesn't do this for sure, but it almost makes the Lord want to do big things because you shared.
And that's like with this field being in drones, you're not around a ton of people.
Mm-mm.
So it's hard to share how to further his kingdom with other people without, seeing a ton of people. So I also saw an opportunity for this.
Yeah.
It's a great place
I appreciate you.
I feel the Lord can use me in this area.
Yeah.
So
Thanks so much for
yeah.
approaching me and coming up.
Thanks for
quickly your accident. Like, walk us through how that went. Like,
I was being dumb.
okay,
Young and dumb on a dirt bike.
So you're just like.
So what you're telling me is I should not get my little kids a dirt bike.
No. You should get a dirt bike. It's a lot of fun, but it's my own stupidity on a bike that's pretty big and wheelie down a highway and fell over backwards. And
Ooh.
yeah, didn't have my phone or anything. A local farmer heard the crash and picked me up.
Oh my
And,
god!
and,
How long
and,
were
and it
you
was
out?
so I wasn't out or anything, and it wasn't like when I say I broke my neck, I didn't even know I broke it. I was completely functional, and it wasn't until when I was doing the bodybuilding stuff, I was weightlifting and I tweaked, did some lift stresses your neck, and my neck just went to the side like this and just locked up, and then I ended up going to the doctor, and it turns out it was just a muscle thing, but then they x-rayed and everything. They're like, yeah, you broke your neck, and at that time I was playing football, and they're like, can't play football anymore.
Wow. Oh,
So-
yeah, that could have been crazy.
Yeah. So
Did
that's
you had accepted the Lord before that?
Yeah.
Okay.
It wasn't like a specific thing for me. It was more like gradual over time, just slowly and slowly, just the more and more things that I can't even remember.
Yeah.
Slowly built my
cool.
relationship. So
That's cool.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
Thanks for having me on.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for approaching us. And I would say that's probably as deep spiritually that we've gotten. And
Steepest I've ever gotten on here, I can tell you that.
cool. Alrighty, guys. Thanks so much for tuning in. We'll catch you guys next week.